Hey guys, today solve Leetcode problem 861, score after flipping matrix. In this question we have given a 2D integer matrix grid. This is an binary array, and here each row is interpreted as binary number, which means if let's say we take the 0th index 0011, which means in the bitwise value 0011 implies the integer value as 3. Here means here for the 0th index 2 power 0 is 1, 2 power 0's value is 1, and here for the first index 2 power 1 value is 2, so we will get the answer as 3. So the same way we will get all the row as an binary number, and we have to make some modifications or toggling the bits in the row wise or column wise to get the maximum number. Like we can, according to this question, we can toggle row wise or column wise. Whatever bit we have given, we can toggle it to the either 0 to 1 or 1 to 0. Likewise, we have to toggle row wise and column wise, and we have to get the maximum number in each row, and we have to add all the numbers and return the sum. That this is what the question is asking us to do. And for the approach, let's say if you closely observe for the row wise toggling means the bitwise means if you take the 0th index and the first index, always the leftwise most leftmost index will having the higher value than the remaining all the indexes. If you take this index means second index means if this index is 1 and remaining all the indexes on the right side is 0 means still that binary number is the highest value. Likewise, if you want to toggle row wise means you have to check with whether the first index is like the first column is 1 or not. If it is not 1 means we can make it as 1, and yeah, that is the largest possible we can get while toggling from the row wise. And if you take the column wise means for the row wise check the first index. Here you can see first index of the column and toggle if not 1. Okay, if the first row is like first index is not 1 means we have to take that row and toggle the entire row. And if you want to toggle the column wise means just compare the count of 1 and 0. If you see, if you take this column means no sorry, not that column. Here in this column if you see 0 1 0, if you take the count of the 0 is 2 and the count of the 1 is 1, so you can clearly see the 0 is having the higher count, so you have to toggle this column. By this way we will get 2 ones and 1 0. The same happening here also. Here we have 3 zeros, but one is having 0 count, which means we have to toggle this entire column, and it will result to the 3 ones and 0 counts of zeros. By this way, like doing this thing for the row wise, we have to check for the 0th column index, and for the column wise we just to compare the count of the 1 and 0 and toggle if one's count is less than 0. And then after doing all this process, just directly return the sum of the integer value, because we need to convert this binary number to the integer value of each rows. Yeah, okay, let's solve this problem now. Integer r is equals to grid dot length, integer c is equal to grid of 0 dot length, for integer I equals to 0, I is less than or I plus plus. Okay. This loop will run for the every row and just directly check if grid of I or comma 0th index is not equals to 1 means just toggle row of grid of I, just pass the current row. And here let's write the function as well. Private void toggle row, which will get the input as integer row. We will just pass this single row to toggle. Yeah, let's toggle the integer array. Integer I equals to 0 is less than row dot length I plus plus. Now we have to just modify, like toggle what are the bits given already there. Grid of I of, okay, we already have row of row of sorry row of I equals to 0 means just modify row of I equals to 1. If the row of I equals to 0 means just modify it as row of I equals to 1, else row of I equals to 0. Okay, if it is 0 means just modify it as a 1. If it is equals to 1 means modify it as a 0. By this way we will toggle the entire row, that we are not having the first index of the row is not having 0 means we will toggle this process. By this way we will toggle the optimal row wise toggle. And now we have to check for the column based toggle. For the column based toggle, what I have mentioned here is we have to compare the count of ones and 0 present in that column. For that we have to iterate the entire array. For integer j is equals to 0, j is less than c, j plus plus. This will iterate throughout the columns, and here let's take the values. Integer 1 equals to 0 and 0, okay, 0 equals to 0. For integer I equals to 0 is less than or I plus plus. Now we have to just simply calculate. If grid of I comma j equals to 0 means just make 0 plus plus, else 1 plus plus. Now let's compare. If 1 is less than 0, toggle column. Here we need to pass grid as well as the current column index. Yeah, now let's write the function to toggle the column as well. Private void toggle column. Here this will take two inputs, integer array grid, integer matrix grid and integer j. Here j is the index of the column. Okay, cool. Now let's iterate. Integer I equals to 0, I is less than grid dot length I plus plus. This will iterate throughout the rows with the particular jth index. If say if grid of I comma j equals to 0 means grid of I comma j equals to 1. If grid of ij equals to 0 means let's just toggle it to 1, else grid of I comma j equals to 0. Else means it will have the value of 1, so we have to convert the value to 0. By this way we will toggle the column as well. Okay. Toggle the toggling column optimize. Okay, by this way we will get the row wise and column is optimizedly. Now we need to do the third process, which is nothing but we have to sum the all sum we have to sum all the integer values of each row. For this we have to convert each row to an integer value. After converting to the integer value, we have to add all the value to our answer and just simply return the answer. For that, let's say an integer answer is equals to 0. For integer I equals to 0, I is less than or I plus plus. Here integer num is equals to 0. For integer j is equals to c minus 1. Why? Because I am coming from the right to left side, because by this way we will easily compute the value of the uh, bitwise number to the integer value. J should be greater than or equals to 0, j minus minus. Okay. Let's compute if grid of I comma j is set. If the index is set means we have to compute. If the index is not set means we will just simply pass that input. If grid of I comma j equals to set means, now let's compute num plus equals to math dot power 2 comma c minus 1 minus j. By this way we will get the exact index. If you see, this is the c minus 1th index minus c minus here already j is also having c minus 1, which means c minus 1 we will get the answer as 0. 2 power 0 will give us the value of 1. So yeah, for the if the last integer is set means we will get the answer as 1. By this way we will get the exact bitwise indexing. Yeah, and this will return a double value, so we have to type cast it to the integer. Yeah, by this way we will get the num value, like the integer value of the current index, sorry, current row. After getting the integer value of the current row, we have to simply sum up with the answer. And yeah, now we completed all the process. This is to convert bitwise to int value and adding to the answer. After doing all these three steps, we have to just simply return the answer. Yeah. Let's check it's running or not. Okay. Oops, there is some typos there. Line number 47 here. Cool. Let's run. Oh, we need this also need to be commented out. Let's try running it. Toggle column. Is there any typo here as well? Oh yes. Yeah, cool. It ran. Let's try submitting it out. Yeah, cool. It got accepted. I will share this code link in my description. If you want, please take a look at it. And this is my approach. If you want to see, I mean, see. Yeah, cool guys. Let's meet you on another video. Thank you.